was just last time. And that's exactly the same way.
Doll and gone, I had that doll, or I remember that doll. So you see the one in the case over there. It is, as I said, an anniversary year, and so it feels like a good moment to look back and to take stock of everything that this quite remarkable brand have accomplished in that time. But also from the perspective of the Design Museum, what we really wanted to do is to look at Barbie through a design lens. Of course, most people are familiar with Barbie. They probably played with Barbie as children. But the story I think that a lot of people don't know is how these dolls come into being and why they come into being and why they look the way they do. These things are not designed in isolation. They connect to popular culture in so many ways, and we really wanted to explore that.
I think Barbie is having a moment now because she's always been a part of culture, but in particular now, I think people realize the depth and the elasticity of a brand like Barbie. She's so much more than just a doll. We're in over 50 categories across different products. She's clearly shown she can be a cultural phenomenon, and I think we really speak to a connection with individuals as well as creating community.
It's all cool, I've got it here, it's fine.
Not loud though, just quiet.
That's what it means, it will be low, medium and high, but
Well, the first you encounter is perhaps the most important because it's why we're all here, and that's the very first Barbie, the #1 edition Barbie from 1959. And she is shown in her original black and white swimsuit, her hair in a ponytail, in her high heels, of course. The very first doll, when she was released, initially was greeted with some skepticism. A lot of male toy executives felt that parents wouldn't want their children to have a doll with a mature female figure. Of course, they were proven wrong quite quickly. Barbie was an immediate success.
Just the settings, but it's just, yeah.
Other than the first doll in the exhibition, I think some of the highlights, some of the most significant pieces include a prototype, which has been loaned to us by Mattel, of the very first talking Barbie from 1968. And this is a unique prototype, one of a kind, and it has a transparent torso so that when the string on the back of the doll's neck is pulled, you can actually see the mechanism spinning that gives the doll its voice. So that's a really nice way to give a sort of an insight into how these things are made, how they are constructed.
Thank you, see you later.
Thank you. We have a display case showing the different manifestations of Barbie as astronaut over the decades. And in fact, the very first astronaut Barbie was issued in 1965. So 4 years before even man walked on the moon. So, quite pioneering for its day. And we are showing, among those dolls, a Barbie that was created in the likeness of Samantha Cristoforetti, who is the first female captain of the International Space Station and a European Space Agency astronaut. And that doll, the actual doll which we are showing, is the one which Cristoforetti actually took into space. It didn't change dramatically because we had always thought of this exhibition as being quite a separate entity. We're telling a different story. The film was a very lively and interesting creative take on Barbie and Barbie's history. This exhibition is a more holistic overview of the totality of Barbie's history throughout time. What we did introduce as a result of the film are a number of objects, props from the film, costuming, and other things that reference the film, because as I see it, it is only the most recent of a number of significant creative responses to Barbie.